It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ready. 55, Mike. Rip left. Check 24. Hop on. Check. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Harding. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
I'm going back to you. 66. Out. Check 99. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now a give, right side. Harding, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Under 10. Check 52.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Ready? Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hit it. Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm on. Right. He's tight right here. Tight on the right. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They'll set up to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Go!
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Gets this one to Morris. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Vigil. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is, oh my my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. That's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 18 Gator. He's coming. I got him. Look at me. Zipper. Bang, 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 bang. Shit.
On first down, Jackson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Here's Jackson, and they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch his slant.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Go on.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And Gold is able to put it through, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on him.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll run on first down. Harding, and just a couple yards there down to the 17. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Harding. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Don't let him, go. Don't let him breathe. Play that time. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Inside the 15-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL, but it seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2-for-1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
what's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. Johnson was the intended receiver. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Jackson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. And they're picking up 2.
They'll run it with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So, in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Check safety. Check safety.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
On the set. 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. Yeah, I got you.
Now back to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Justin Jackson. Touchdown number 15 of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
I'm coming after you. Check 50. Check 50.
They run the counter. Harding. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Harding, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Harding. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Jackson. his big tight end over the middle, complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Don't take. Watch the ship. Take four. Take four. Ship.
On first down, Hardin through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
He's crossing. He's choking. Spell.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jackson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They run again with Jackson. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Check, 59. Quarterback, don't get
Ready?
Now it's Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Justin Jackson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch out. Tighten up. Jack. He's coming. We got double up. Rush in. Check 43. Alert 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harding. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll drop to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Well, even after all those hitters, and he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Let's go now. Line's 50, line's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Say go.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Tonight's final score.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes...